All right, guys, welcome back to Horse Force. It is day 12. Just so you know, I did record a video yesterday, and it did the thing where every once in a while I use a web-based recording system called Screencastify. So after I record it, it's in the cloud or whatever. Takes a minute to record into the cloud, and then I can download it. And then every once in a while, just every once in a blue moon, it just won't download. There's something wrong. There's a glitch. There's a ghost in the machine. There's a problem. So that happened last night. Anyway, I've been trying to do it every couple days, every 2 days to be specific, but it didn't work out. So I'm just going to release today's and not worry about yesterday. That's okay. So a lot of action going on here. One of the bigger moves happening here is that Hertz has moved into the Middle East here, well into the Middle East, and really taken over a lot of land here. So Hertz is now a power player in this region for sure. We see all these players down here expanding, moving ever outwards. We do see a couple players leaving the game. We see a player up here who's leaving the game, has been gifting me territories little by little. I'll take them, thanks. I also got gifted some territories just in general around the region, then fought for some down here. And I'm happy with where I'm at right now because I do have 2 double wheats. That's always nice, of course, and then a few single wheats scattered around and a couple fish as well. So that's very nice. I'm glad to have the double wheats. I am going to be going ahead and attacking here into Portugal here. And within the next hour and a half, I do need to go ahead and declare war here so as not to surprise it. I do have 14 horses on the map, and I believe I have another 3 building maybe. Go ahead and let me know. If you just pop over to Discord, hopefully everybody here, I would assume everybody here is on Discord. But remember, over on Discord, we do have a dedicated channel for Horse Force. So go over there, check it out. And what I'd like to do is I'd really like people to weigh in. Tell me, how many horses do you have? All right, so this is horse inventory time. How many horses you got? I have 14. Yay, and we'll see what people weigh in with there. All right, Benaiah talking about that he has released another one of his Merchant of Menace videos. If you haven't checked him out, go ahead and go check him out. If you need a way to get there, you can always go over to Video Central, which is where he has linked some of his previous ones. So other people are linking their own perspectives, which is great. So this is where people are also just linking weird videos in general. But you can see if you can find your way back to Benaiah's channel. If you're not a subscriber, you should be. He comes out with some really cool stuff. So anyway, let's go back over to the game. And I just kind of wanted to cover a couple things happening in the world right now. One is that it looks like Europe is pretty much tight. We've got it. I don't know where to go from there. I could attack down into Africa down here, but I mean, Africa is pretty much, I would assume, the players who are active down here, and there's still quite a few of them, they want that territory, and it's better for them to take it because they're closer. Even if I were to take a patchwork of some territories down here, they'd be so far away from my capital and across the Mediterranean here that it would be just a real drag on my morale. So I'm thinking if I'm going to cross water, I might just cross all the way over to the New World, mainly because the New World is where we are really hurting. We have hardly any presence at all, nothing in South America, and a couple real powerhouses over here. Argentina is one of the top players in the game right now, who is in an alliance, SAO, with, I believe this is Chile here, also in that same alliance. So that's a power to be reckoned with. Let's go ahead and take a look at the newspaper and see who the top players in the game are right now. So in first place is Argentina, who I talked about. Next, we have British Egypt, which I believe we talked about British Egypt. Hertz down here being a power to be reckoned with, especially after expanding eastward. We have Ukraine, which I believe is Raya Force. We have France, which just some badass is playing France. I can't remember who. Real badass, real tough guy. Good looking too. Chinese Empire has really been kicking butt here in the middle. And Chinese Empire and Argentina are the only on that list that are not in Horse Force. And no, I'm not correct about that. Okay, it's just Argentina. Chinese Cat, I'm 100% sure is part of Horse Force. He was part of a coalition, and I gave him some grief on a previous video, but I didn't mean to give him grief. I just meant to say, like, will you let me know why you're in a coalition, which he did. He said he got offered to join, so we went ahead and joined so we could keep an eye on him, and that makes perfect sense to me. Great work. And of course, so we are looking at, out of the top 5, 4 of them are Horse Force, and but the one that's not is safe. It's giving me nightmares, because we're moving into the phase of the game now, of course, where we're going to start to have artillery on the map, and then soon we'll have boats, and then after that we'll have planes, and it's going to look bad as we're just swimming across the ocean with our horses, just picked off by those boats. So I'm thinking I'm going to take over Portugal here, just these 2 territories, because it's got that nice little wheat territory here, and then I'm going to go ahead and mount a massive invasion, and I think maybe, why not, all the way down here into Brazil. Brazil, as you can see here, is a artificial intelligence, and I could go ahead and grab these 2 food right off the bat and start building horses down here, possibly. I don't know. I'm a little scared. This is the homeland of our most fierce enemy. However, both of these eastern territories here are AI, so I could possibly do some damage over here before they can do anything about it. So I'm not sure what's going on. They may have shared territory, or rather right of way. In other words, Argentina over here might have right of way with Brazil, in which case you could just march over and erase me off the map. But it's worth a try, I think. And anybody in Western Africa, if you're starting to feel crowded, it's not looking like that yet, because there's still plenty of territory to take over here. But feel free. What I want to do is just try to get a beachhead here in Brazil, and then from there start to build a little kingdom over on this side of the map. It's going to be a long way away from my capital. It will make my morale suffer. I don't really see any way around that, really. And just let the Asian people continue to expand, let the African people continue to expand, and maybe just start to call everybody from Western and Central Europe, start to call them over to the New World, start to do that invasion that inevitably happens in world history, where we're swarming with population. So we just all that excess population swarms over to the New World and destroys everything over there. So let's see if maybe we can start to move in that direction. I don't know. I hesitate to go all the way to South America now. It might be better to attack with my brethren in the north. And then I think that is smarter, to be honest. First of all, it's closer, so my morale won't take such a horrible hit. And then second of all, we can really start to amass horses and just run them right down through Central America here. And it is unfortunate, because there is right here at the Panama Canal, there is a gap in the land, which, by the way, does not exist. There is not a gap in the land. You can drive straight through there. Now, it is true that I think is it U.S. Highway 1, whatever highway it is that the United States helped to build through Central America. There is a highway that goes all the way down, and then it just stops. So while I was in Central America, I was living there for a while. A lot of people did go down to Colombia to see some ruins down there. There's a lost city down there that you can go hike to. It's really cool. And they said you just have to get in a boat and take the boat around and then land, because the highway does not go through. And the best I could understand of that was that was an intentional thing from the U.S. government in order to try to stop drugs from moving northward. And guess what? It didn't work. The drugs still somehow made it. I don't know how. Possibly in boats and planes. I'm not sure. But anyway, I do happen to know that is a continuous landmass. There is not a gap in the water there. So that's got to be the Panama Canal, which, by the way, you can drive right on over. So that's unfortunate. We will have to get in the water for a minute there. I think a smart person could just park a fleet there along with a bunch of infantry and just basically stop us from moving southward with our hordes of horses. But we'll see what happens moving forward. I do think I'm kind of resolved to that. I do think I'm just going to attack westward. I may even land on Allied territory here, on friendly territory, and then move westward from there. I may even go ahead and attack. I'm not sure, but it's at least land there, So, all right, I got a plan now. So as soon as I take Portugal, I'm going to go ahead and land in the New World. And then I say all of us in Central, Western Europe, maybe even Northern Europe, Let's head west. If you want to. It's the problem with the territory being so far away from your capital. I get it, but if you look at this, once we start heading east, it's a long way before you can conquer anything in that direction as well. So I would say, with horse salt over here and catnip tripping, they can still attack down into this region easily. Of course, Hertz can as well. So some of these people are in position to take over large chunks of territory here. And I would even say Raya might even benefit from attacking down into here. That's still relatively close to his capital. But as soon as you start getting into Northern Europe and Western Europe, and of course, British Isles here, any part of Greenland, we need to start spilling over into the New World, in my opinion. So that's my goal, just so you guys know moving forward. Don't forget to spank that like button. I keep on trying to remember to ask people to do that, because I know when I'm watching videos, I rarely think about that. But I also usually want to help out the person I'm watching. So it does help the video to get exposure. It helps us to get out there. And of course, we're constantly trying to grow this community, because the bigger the community, the more insane games like this we can play. I mean, if we were big enough, if we had 10,000 subscribers instead of 600, 700, whatever we have, we could do this on a 500 player map. We could just spam the hell out of a 500 player map. And, just that to me would be a dream come true. Just like if we could get 200, 300 people onto a 500 player map and just go nuts with horses. That's my dream, guys. That's my, some people dream of being a famous rapper, or possibly being a rock star, or a famous basketball player. My dream is to get on a 500 player map with 300 lunatics and build horses and drive people nuts, just drive people insane, wondering why the hell there are horses everywhere. All right, anyway, still, this is pretty cool. The 100 player map, we are rocking the 100 player map, and I'm just really enjoying it. My understanding is we've gotten 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 new subscribers who have been reaching out to neighbors and saying, what the hell's going on here with all the horses? And then somebody will go ahead and let the cat out of the bag, let the horse out of the bag, as it were, and tell them, hey, we're part of the subscriber group. And then they go ahead and subscribe as well. So they're now with us. They're now on our side, horses galloping. So, all right. Thanks, guys. I wanted to keep this relatively short, and so I can release it right away. I'm a day late after all. So don't forget to bounce on over and see what's going on with Benaya. Benaya did get knocked down. I don't know if we talked about this much last video, but he did get attacked out of the blue wholesale by Manchuria. Manchuria just did I think it was sort of a rage quit, just threw all of his troops into a suicide attack into Benaya. Maybe Benaya had spied him down or something, but at exactly the same time, Japan attacked, and you can see it's looking bad for Benaya at this point. Benaya has just released a video, and my understanding is he has stores of grain and silver that he's giving away as a prize. So go on over and see what's going on the Merchant of Menace, and see how you can enter to win these massive amounts of grain and silver that are available here late in this game. And my understanding also is that he's going on vacation. So he was planning on having to walk away from the game anyway. After all, vacation and family are the most important things in the world, no question. And when you can put those two things together, then you've got a lot going on. So we wish Benaya a very happy time with his family on that vacation. Maybe when he comes back, he'll tell us what they did on his channel. So, all right, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Thanks for checking in. As always, love seeing y'all here, and keep up the horses, man. Like, I've got 14. I know other people have 19, 20 by now. I got knocked down a good 5 or 6 horses because I've been playing a little bit reckless, but that's okay. It's because I'm letting the horses take the lead, as it were. All right, that's enough. I'm going to stop talking, I promise. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for checking in. Always appreciate it. See y'all next time. Adios, amigos.